illustration of Ghastly, Haunter, and Gengar. They're my favorite slobbery ghost children, and I really, really love them. And I use Medibang Paint on my iPad to do that. It's just easier for me. There's a lot less parallax compared to when you're using a traditional tablet. Then I imported it to my laptop, as you can see. The thing I notice when I import stuff from my iPad to my laptop is that I lose a lot of saturation. I'm not sure if it's because of the programs I use, but I think not. Maybe it's just a true tone. I'm not really sure. It's a bit of extra work to color adjust everything to make it look presentable, but it isn't so bad, you know? Like, you get used to it. So yeah, I did my final edits on Fire Alpaca. Fire Alpaca is like a lighter version of Medibang Paint. I'm changing background colors because, for one thing, this is a little too monochromatic for my tastes. I mean, I love the restricted color palette and I think that it looks good digitally, but then I also have another illustration for which I have a red and purpley color scheme to it as well. So I wanted to break it up a little bit and change the background colors for this one. Another color I'm also considering is yellow because it's a very nice complementary color to all the purples. And I do think I like the yellow one too. I don't know, man. It's really difficult choosing colors. But I really like the vibrancy of this because I already have a lot of light blues in my work, so maybe it's time to choose a very graphic color. Maybe I'll choose a yellow one. We'll see, we'll see. I am also consolidating some of my old designs in single files. So I have my old sticker designs right here, as well as old charm designs. And I'm doing this just so that when it comes to the time that I have to format all of these for printing, it's a whole lot easier to just pull all of your images from one file instead of like a dozen little files, you know? A little bit on my catalog. I'm using Keynote to lay out it because I'm trash and I really can't be bothered with Photoshop right now and all that jazz. So yeah, I'm working with what I know how to use and what's easy for me. So I will be having a 5 and A6 print, glitter bookmarks, as well as fan books, mini print charms, this pouch, and stickers. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be adding a bit more. I mean, as it is, it's actually quite hard to round up what you have and come up with more designs. So yeah, obviously for the prints, these three are done. So the homunculi, the smoochy photo, and my slobbery ghost children. I'm thinking of making a banana fish design, one with shorter wong this time because the last one I was grieving. Now I think I'm finally ready to draw him. I got sketches already for 2 Hamilton prints that I'd like to do. And as you can see, I recycled some of the print designs for the bookmarks. I realized when I was formatting them for print that simple designs tend to work better with the glitter laminate. Otherwise, it's going to be too busy. That's why I took out the homunculus background for this FMA one. For this Yuri picture, I think I need to put glasses on him because he might look like a generic anime character without the glasses. And then, yeah, 2 placeholders, once again, for the Hamilton designs that I still have yet to finish. The fan books are extra copies I made because they sold out during my last con. As for the mini print charms, I have 3 existing designs for them, and I'm thinking of making maybe 3 more if time permits. Then I have stickers, and I allotted a huge base for them because I tend to make a lot of stickers. I don't know, I love stickers. I use them a lot. I have 0 commitment issues whatsoever. So yeah, I'm really excited. I wanted to make this catalog already so that come the convention time, I'm not running around like a headless chicken. Also, it's really nice to see your progress as you go along. because you're gently filling up your catalog with the things that you're making, and it's really, really nice seeing them all come together. Hi, so today I would like to talk a little bit about my struggles that I've been facing as someone who's still quite a bit of a noob at this. So, cosmatsu is going to be my third convention ever, and I just wasn't able to document my preparation for my first two events, but I've decided to do that for this one so that it's much easier to come back to the new things I've been learning, the processes I've been undergoing, and stuff like that. The first thing is that I find painting very, very hard. It's an art style that I really, really like. I like the painterly style of just pushing shapes and making your composition very, very strong through shapes, but it's something I still struggle with. I struggle with a lot of things like picking color and values and that kind of thing. I wish to improve on that, but it's just kind of hard because I have a day job and I can't really dedicate majority of my time to improving my art and improving how I use my tools. So I learn in increments and sometimes it's a bit slow and I get a bit frustrated. I guess that's understandable, but I don't know, hopefully I'll be able to render out my ideas and illustrations to a level that I'm quite happy with. Number two is production itself. This is something I realized from my last convention, that was Cosmania 2018. I have to figure out which items to outsource and which items to make on my own. It's quite tempting to try and make everything on your own. I'm the type of person who really enjoys putting stuff together, all those little detail work and paying attention to print and paper, that kind of thing. But given that I have a day job, it's quite challenging to set apart the time just to make the stuff. In summary, I'm learning a little bit of everything as I go along. It's not a perfect journey, but hopefully you don't mind me taking you along with me and learning with me. So yeah. Yo, so it's the first day of the con. While my inventory is printing out, I'll be walking you through what I'll be bringing with me today. So this is the luggage that I decided to bring. It's a large one because I'm going to be bringing an extra big box. The organizers are going to be having a mystery box auction, and I decided that this is the time to part with items that I don't use anymore. What mostly went in here were traditional art supplies that I can't use anymore, mostly because they don't really fit with my lifestyle. I really prefer digital art nowadays because it's a lot easier for me to pick up when, you just go home from a long day at work and you just want to scribble, pretty much. Over here are packaging supplies and my stock for the mini print charms. I put them all in a gallon-sized Ziploc bag so that they don't flop around everywhere. It keeps the items contained, but you could still see what's inside, and I really, really like that. Then over here, I put my display items, and these are my actual stocks. Like, perhaps next year when I'm a bit of a better artist and a better business person in general, I can tackle on bigger prints. Also added my display panels and a couple of illustration boards. My friends aren't here yet. I feel like I'm in one of those asylum games. It's really scary, but we're pushing through with it. We're going through with it.
Energy cup. This is an actual Milo cube. No broth cubes.
Oh my god.
Milo broth cube.
Yeah, scrumptious. Look at that.
It's hard as fuck.
Oh, i-upload ko talaga to, ah.
Go lang. Okay, okay.
Tutunayan ko muna bago ako mag-ito. Okay.
This is Colin.
This is a super lemon.
This is how Romani dies the second time.
Excuse me. Okay. Bitch, ang bato.
Ding ang bato!
Okay.
Penyel Darna.
Masarap.
Oh, she likes it. She doesn't even flinch.
There's no asymptotic face. Yeah.
She didn't even flinch. I'm gonna put your social media down here somewhere.
Okay. Oraka's next challenge. Are you ready? Am I ready?
Bakugo ang bato!
Bakugo ang bato.
Bago. Mas malaki.
Oh. Okay. Game. I would normally be mad, but because my throat hurts, this is actually very helpful. Oh, yes! Survive! Uraraka! Nakatatlo kasi siya. Sabi niya gusto pa niya kumain. Sabi ko, hindi kayo ni Misa. Pero kailangan daw magtira siya sa parents niya. Sabi ko, hindi kayo ni Misa, tig-isa sila.
Hey, so sorry if the light is a little weird and I'm a bit sick, but I would really like to round off the vlog now. I know it's a bit late, but I have a good reason for it. It's because our internet died since the New Year's and I can't really access the internet as out of work, and I really don't want to mess too much with personal stuff whilst I'm at work. But the con is over and it has been for a while now. I just really want to say thank you to everyone who came by our table, to everyone who supported us and just said hi. There are a lot of you, and I'm just really thankful. There's just so much gratefulness and appreciation which I can't even begin to articulate. I'm just overwhelmed by it. It was a really good experience, and I don't think it would have been if it weren't for the people I was with and the people I met. I would really like to continue this documenting stuff about my art and the things I do, just capturing the struggles of this average person making her way through life whilst doing the things she loves, you know, that kind of thing. Hopefully you don't mind me taking you along with me. So yeah, I'll see you around.